Every day, your child, our dear students there, have this wonderful opportunity to learn multiplication. However, these ones downplay the power, the brain developing power of multiplication. And maybe you, as a parent, you just overlook it. You, as a student in maybe high school, secondary school, or you are pursuing your degree program, you downplay the brain developing effect of your multiplication. Hey, it is not yet late to retrace your step back and just within 1 month, work on your multiplication table at least from 2 times to 9 times table, as GMAETS41 has consistently cried out. Because enough is enough of this whole thing about maths is difficult. What makes it difficult? And for this reason, many students have run away from the field of science. Maybe later in years, they would start regretting it, that they would have wished they go for science, but for this reason or the other. The GMAETS41 today begins this adventure on exposing and encouraging us to embrace the brain developing effect of multiplication, one among our 4 basic arithmetic operations. Here on the board, I've got this question. It is based on factorization. This particular problem is a problem that those in grade 8 and grade 9 usually are being exposed to. However, students in senior classes, right? SS1, SS2, SS3, they also need the knowledge of this. And not to forget, don't play, even those in university, they need this because in 1 or more of their courses, they might be exposed to problems that might lead to factorization. It may not come as simple as this, but you might still have to do factorization. Let us see how we solve this question, please. Now, I have opened this journey we are about to embark on at GMAETS41. Make sure you follow along in this adventure on the brain developing effect of multiplication, how it can help us to conquer mathematics and, of course, calculation subjects or courses. Now we are to factorize 4y plus 18y squared. How simple do we solve this problem? With excellent knowledge of multiplication, you can play with this problem that we have here on the board. 4y plus 18y squared, we are asked to factorize. All you need to do is to get the common factor, the common term. And now, what is the common factor? What is the common term? Come along with me. Let us visit our multiplication table. The common factor of these 2 terms, so we have 2 terms here. Plus and minus helps us to count number of terms. If you have a plus, it is always between 2 terms. If you have a minus, it is always between 2 terms. So here, these are 2 terms because we have just this plus. 4y is one of the terms. 18y squared is the other term. To factorize this expression on the board, we need to find out the common term. The common term here is the highest common factor. And the knowledge of highest common factor is obtained also from multiplication. I could solve this question directly by getting that, okay, 2 is common to these numbers here because 2 is in 4, 2 is also in 18 as the highest common factor. How did I get to know this? Simply in multiplication table. I know that in 2 times table you have 4, in 2 times table you have 18. Anyway, that is for the numbers. Let us now look at the alphabets. Again, the knowledge of multiplication. What is common to this alphabet here? Y is common. Here you have Y. Here you have Y. How many of the Y's is common? Only one of them, because here we have Y raised to power 1. You know that in this term here, Y, you have Y there. You can see it very clearly. And here you also have Y. And so we say that Y is common to both terms. Okay? But I don't want us to just start solving this straight on. Let me show you something. From the knowledge of highest common factor, going through LCM method, because all of these topics, all of these things taught or concepts that are taught in mathematics, they depend on multiplication. We have 4y and we have 18y squared. You know, from what I explained already, considering the numbers, 2 is the highest common factor. Considering the alphabet, only y is the highest common factor. We can actually find this highest common factor out by thinking about our LCM method, from which we can get the HCF. But then, with excellent knowledge of multiplication, like I said, you don't need to stress yourself in this. Now, if you look at this, which number can divide this term and divide this term? 2 can do that. If 2 divides 4, you are going to get 2. You have to bring down this alphabet because a number cannot divide alphabet. Come to this column, this is 18. 2 can divide this 18, you will get 9. Again, bring down your alphabet square. That is y square you have there. Observe that these 2 divided this column and this column. So you divided this term and divided this term. So you have to mark out that 2. Take note of it as part of our highest common factor. Is that okay? It will form it. Okay? All right. Now, if you look at this, there is no number that can divide these 2 here and also divide 9. No other number. Multiplication table is the only thing that will help you know that there is no number that can divide 2 and 9 again. As a matter of fact, on this channel, GMAETS41 Basic Class, I already taught how you can reduce fractions, how the knowledge of multiplication can help you out in reducing it. So simply from multiplication, I know that there is no number where you can carry out a multiplication to have 2 there and still have 9 in that particular multiplication table. None. So at this point, no number can divide this 9 and 2 together again. It means in terms of HCF, you are done dividing the numbers. So we move on to alphabet. Here, we can use the alphabet Y to divide. Y cannot divide these 2, so you bring down the 2 like that. Y can divide this Y to give you what? 1. Once you get 1, you know you are done. Are you following right? If I permit me, let me put points here. That point means times. Or let me just put a small times. And then I'll write 1. This 1 here is Y divides this Y. Are you getting? Or this y divided by this y. Then you come to this term. This 9 has to be brought down. It's a number. Alphabet cannot divide it. So you just bring it down. They have y raised to power 2. Y raised to power 2 divided by y. You are going to get what? Y. It's simple. Y raised to power 2 is the same as y times y. Divided by y. This and this we cancel out. You'll be left with y. So you bring down y. Now, if you look at this term, there is no other alphabet that can divide this term here and divide this one. No other alphabet. So no common alphabet can divide them. And no common number can divide these 2 terms here. So you are done dividing. Since this y divided these 2 columns, we have to take note of it. This will make up our HCF. We can answer that the highest common factor of 4y and 18y squared is equal to 2 times y, which is simply equal to what? 2y. You see, I've just shown you how you use the knowledge of HCF to get the common factor here. When you're talking about common factor, it is simply the highest common factor. Are you following right? It's simply the HCF. Now, this thing I did here, using normal knowledge of highest common factor directly to get the highest common factor of 4y and 18y squared, which is what I was given here to factorize. The knowledge I used here is dependent on multiplication. You see, I am taking my time to solve this particular question, spending time on it. Just this question number 1 in our adventure on the power of multiplication. I'm taking my time just to help us have our eyes open to the brain developing effect of multiplication so that we can stop deceiving ourselves. If you want to conquer maths and begin to enjoy calculation subjects and courses, you don't play with your multiplication. You just have to memorize your multiplication table from 2 to 9 times table at least. I just released a video on that to emphasize on the importance of it. Okay, so I want to believe that you friends want to conquer maths. So start practicing your multiplication table. Once you've known this multiplication table at heart and can say them offhand without really thinking, then you know you've conquered maths. Okay, and I would show you that. For these two numbers, 2 is the highest number that can divide both of them. And if you consider y, the alphabet here, y is the only alphabet that is common to these two terms. And so if you factorize it, you have 2y. Pull it out. Pull out that 2y. Pull out that 2y, which is the highest common factor. Then how do you now get what will be left? This highest common factor you obtained, use it to divide each of these two terms. So I'll come to 4y, and then I'll divide 4y by the highest common factor, 2y. Plus, you move to the second term. You have your 18y squared divided by the highest common factor you pulled out, 2y. It is very important for you to be able to get the common factor, the highest common factor. If you don't know it, you can't solve the question. That's it. And for you to get this highest common factor, I've told you an excellent knowledge of multiplication solves the problem. This thing I just did here to show you how I got the HCF is just for you to know that yes, through the highest common factor method or LCM method, you can get the common factor here. However, it is still the knowledge of multiplication that you can use to solve this. Because multiplication is the powerhouse of division. Without understanding multiplication, you just cannot survive division. The brain developing effect and power of multiplication. Please don't play with it. Let us complete this question. Come over here and then divide 4 by 2. 4 divided by 2 will give you 2. How did I know that? You operate with 2 times table, the denominator times table. In 2 times table, you know that 2 times 2 will give you 4. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to what? 2. Reduce. Like I said on this channel, I have taught you reduction of fraction. This y will divide this y to give you 1, 1. Because say that y will cancel out. Come to this term, 2 can divide 18. 18 divided by 2, 2 divides itself, you give you 1. 2 can divide 18 to give you 9. Because in 2 times table, 2 times 9 will give you 18. So do you see, in dividing 18 by 2 to get 9, the knowledge that guided me is the excellent knowledge of multiplication. Because I know that 2 times 9 will give me 18. So 18 divided by 2 will return me back to that 9. Come to this y. This y will divide one y from the numerator. Remember the numerator y squared is y times y. So I can just cancel this power 2 from there. Having done this, this will be equal to 2y, then open bracket. What do you have here? 2. Are you following? You have 2 here, then plus. What do you have here? 9y. And this is how simple you solve this problem. We conclude, therefore, 4y plus 18y squared equal to 2y, open bracket, 2 plus 9y. You have factorized this expression given to you. If you open up this bracket doing what is called expansion, it will return you back to this question given to you to solve. And you see, whenever you're expanding, which knowledge do you need? Multiplication. And play. Stop complaining about maths. Maths is simple and interesting. Get to hold on to the secrets today. Multiplication is the key. I'll be guiding you, friends, gradually to understand the brain developing power of multiplication. Don't miss out on our classes here at GMAETS41. Follow GMAETS41 on YouTube. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe. This particular channel is dedicated to our basic scholars. Scholars in Basic 4, Basic 5, Basic 6, Basic 7, Basic 8, and Basic 9, which is from Primary 4, Primary 5, Primary 6, JSS 1, JSS 2, JSS 3. Does that make sense? We have the channel dedicated to those in senior classes and university. The name of that channel is GMAETS41. The one for basic class is GMAETS41 Basic Class. on YouTube. On Facebook, you can also follow us, right? You can follow me on my normal account, Emmy Omaka. Are you following, right? Or you can also follow up on GMAETS41 Facebook page. The name of that page is simply GMAETS41. Are you on TikTok? You can follow GMAETS41 on TikTok. The page has that account name, GMAETS41, so that you don't miss out as I carry you through on what will unlock your potential to conquer mathematics. And of course, any other calculation subject. And once you are able to do this, your brain, the network of your brain, will expand and no one can stop you. I'll be seeing you in our question number 2. Don't forget, we are undertaking an adventure on the importance, the brain developing effect, and the power of multiplication as a key to conquer maths and calculation subjects. I'll see you in question number 2.